Hey everyone, just want to do another short video to try and answer some of the basic questions that I've been getting from different Facebook friends and people I know. So I'm gonna strip it right back down to basics because especially at this time of year, after Christmas in January, everyone's making resolutions to be more active, go to the gym, lose some weight, whatever their different goals might be. And it feels like a lot of people get trapped in this vicious cycle of, overeat at Christmas and they're going to diet for a bit and they might lose a little bit of weight and then they can't keep it up and then they put it back on again and it just goes around in circles. So I just wanted to go through a few different basic points to try and, push people in the right direction at least. Obviously, if anyone's got any further questions, just, send me a message. So number one, obviously if you're trying to lose weight, is calories. It seems really, really simple, but it's something that people seem to forget. You hear all these different fad diets and claims that there's this magic thing and this magic thing, or this pill is going to do this, or, if you don't eat this, then it's going to make you lose weight. And essentially, they are just different methods of creating a calorie deficit. It is as simple as that. And essentially, to lose 1 pound, you have to consume 3,500 calories less than you are expending, which works out at about 500 calories a day. Now, if you find that difficult to sort of get your head around, essentially, if you are eating, say, 1,000 calories a day, which is ridiculous, you would need to expend 4,500 calories that day to lose 1 pound, which is why, sorry, the light is really bad. People sort of say to break that up over a week, to lose 1 pound a week breaks the 3,500 deficit into 500 calories a day, which is definitely achievable for most people. So, moving on to expectations of weight loss, I think this is a massive reason why people quit and give up and they go, oh, I can't do it. And then they go back to their old ways, because you see so many, especially this time of year, of celebrity endorsed diets, workout videos with these big bold claims across the front saying, I lost 2 stone in the first week and a half or something. Now, I'm not saying that that's not true, but if that is true, they have literally created a huge calorie deficit. To lose 8 pounds in a week, so just over half a stone in a week, that's 4,000 calories a day that they are burning more than they're eating. So if you ate nothing and you burnt 4,000 calories in a day, you'd lose 8 pounds in a week. So it's just crazy, crazy numbers that are just not achievable. And also, that person would not be losing 8 pounds of fat. More than likely, a lot of that would come from water weight that they'd be dropping. Potentially, if they're not eating enough protein, they would get some, muscle loss as well, and lose some lean mass, which you don't really want to do because then you're not going to get that toned look. So I just wanted to touch on the fact that these big bold claims just aren't realistic for normal everyday people, and I feel like people put too much of an expectation on themselves, and therefore when they fail, they then feel like they can't do it and they give up completely. Where if you set yourself a nice realistic target, then you're going to be able to keep it up and you're going to achieve your result and then ultimately feel better about yourself. So in the first instance, what you need to do is obviously figure out how many calories a day roughly you actually burn, and that number is different for every single different person, and it will depend on your age, on your height, on your weight, potentially your body composition. If you're quite lean, your metabolism / your metabolic rate is going to probably be a bit higher, because it takes more calories to maintain a lean muscle mass, body mass, than it does if you've got a higher fat percentage. Not by a huge amount, but by a certain percentage anyway. And there's lots of various different sort of online calculators that you can pop in If anyone's got like a general normal Fitbit, I wear mine. It'll give you, it's not 100% accurate, but it's going to be consistently that way. It'll give you a rough idea of at least where your maintenance is. And what I mean by maintenance is how many calories you can eat and not gain weight and not lose weight. And that's always a really good place to start. And then you can kind of figure out from there. So it's different for everybody. So again, you'll see, oh, this person's eating 1,200 calories, this person's eating 2,000 calories and losing weight. The main thing when it comes to weight loss is to not pay any attention to what anyone else is doing. It's so individualistic, which is why you need to follow more of an individual plan. And if a plan isn't necessarily tailored towards you specifically, then you're kind of already starting on a bit of a losing battle. People's protein intakes generally aren't high enough as well. So if they are losing weight, then they're going to lose some lean mass as well, which is, again, what you don't want to do. Going off on a little bit of a tangent here, what really doesn't irritate me, but what people don't understand is that when people say I want to tone up, in their mind, they want to look leaner. And just by doing exercise alone, you're not going to look more toned. What you actually mean is you want to lose body fat. Because essentially the toned look is being able to see your muscles. So basically you have to reveal the muscles from underneath your fat. So you basically just need to lose body fat and improve your body composition. And everyone has this magical number in their head as well of, I want to lose 5 pounds, I want to lose a stone. And actually you don't really know what you're going to look like once you've lost that amount of weight. It's going to differ completely from person to person. I know from personal experience, I weigh probably about half a stone more, so 7 pounds more than I did, say, 4 years ago. But my body composition is completely different. I've changed shape. After weight training, I don't obviously know how much muscle I've gained, but I've definitely gained some lean mass. And yet I'm a lot heavier than I was. So again, don't get so caught up on the scale, and if it's going to drive you insane and have a negative sort of aspect on your psyche, then it's better to not weigh yourself all that often, or don't get hung up on that number and concentrate on how you look and how you feel and how your clothes fit as well. So 3,500 calories, 1 pound of fat. I personally think that a pound a week is a realistic goal, and don't try and set yourself up for failure. Ultimately, the diet that's going to work is the one that you can stick to. All these crazy diets that are like really, really small and sort of reduce the calories quite drastically. You might do it for a couple of days and then go, I can't stick to this. Like, I'm too hungry, I've got no energy, etc., etc. You're better off putting in a small deficit and then I carry that out for a couple of months and actually seeing results and not expecting to see results overnight. And the frustrating thing is in the health and fitness industry, all of the stuff that you see out in the media is, drastic weight loss, and everybody wants it now. And realistically, it's not going to happen tomorrow. You're going to have to stick to it for a certain period of time to see results, but they will come. I've been guilty of it. Like, I've watched, Biggest Loser and all that kind of thing, and people drop like a stone in a week, but that is purely because they are so obese that their body will need X amount of thousands of calories to maintain it. So they can drop down to, say, 1,200 calories a day and lose that amount of weight because they're that overweight in the first place. So again, there's not a magic number, there's not a magic amount of anything in general. You can't blanket it. The government guidelines are guidelines, and we've been talking about this the last few weeks on M&U, that actually, is there an ideal diet? And it's going to be so individual that there's recommended sort of ranges of different things, but there's not one sort of magic number. It's down to the individual, their preferences, what's going to enable them to stick to something long term. And I don't like the term diet either, because that sort of has the whole idea of that it's a temporary thing, and actually it needs to be more of a lifestyle change. If you want to lose weight and keep it off, you're going to have to change the habits that got you to the point where you became overweight in the first place. I know, a good few years ago now, my eating habits were completely different. Like, I used to eat all sorts of processed and stuff, and I didn't really eat that many fruits and vegetables, and the difference is night and day. But if I went back to how I ate before then, I'd end up looking the way I did before. So, you know, if you're currently eating, you know, a lot of takeaways and more junk foods, and you're, you know, 3-4 stone overweight, and you go on a diet for 6 months, lose the weight, and then go, right, well, I'm gonna finish my diet now and go back to how you ate before, you're gonna end up in the same position that you were. So really, if you want to change, then you're gonna have to commit to something more of a lifestyle change. And that's what I want people to realize, that there's not really a quick fix when it comes to, you know, your health at the end of the day. And that's kind of what bothers me a lot about all these celebrity endorsed things as well. I saw that the Scarlet Girl off Gogglebox, she's got a DVD out now. I've read a lot of different stuff about it, and obviously she's lost the weight. However, don't be misled by things, because sometimes what they'll do is they'll gain weight, have the before picture, and then go on a drastic weight loss. So it's the extreme. It sells DVDs. You know, she's a normal girl, so people think, oh yeah, like they identify with her, like I can definitely do that, and buy into it. So yeah, I mean, I think everyone really knows the basics, but I think people get sort of sucked into this, the easy quick fix method, and it's really not that cut and dry, unfortunately. Anyway, I've rambled on for nearly 12 minutes, so I'll leave it there for now. Do check out my other videos, and like I say, if you have any burning questions, let me know. I hope this has been helpful, at least helps you kind of at least be more realistic about where you want to set your goals, and help you on your journey, whatever that might be. Cool. Speak to you later, guys. Bye.